Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live with Natalie Fogel and Katie Bailey.
Today, a special edition of Lincoln Live.
A tragedy that rocked GLHS and the Gahanna community serves as an inspiration to help others.
The beat goes on for Jay-Sean Scott, his family, and 6 others.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Hey Lincoln, I'm Natalie Fogel.
And I'm Katie Bailey. You know, Natalie, I'm so happy we can finally anchor together, even if it's our last time.
Me too, Katie. It's really putting into perspective all the important events coming up in preparation for our final stretch of the year.
Totally. It's all exciting, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. So that's why we start today, Lincoln, with a few reminders.
Yes. Attention seniors, if you haven't picked up your cap and gown yet, you need to make sure you do that ASAP.
Also, another announcement for seniors. If you're wanting to be a part of the school yearbook, well, you can vote for you and your friends for senior superlatives in your class Google Classroom.
Prom tickets are also on sale now. There are various flyers around the school where you can scan the QR code to buy them. They are $45 each.
And our final reminder is also for prom. If you have a special song you'd maybe like to hear at prom, there are also some flyers around the school where you can send in your song request for the big dance.
A group here at Lincoln is coming back after a 5-year hiatus, and that is the Lionettes drill team. If this sounds of any interest to you, there will be an interest meeting tomorrow after school. The meeting will be held in room H147. This is a great way to hear more about what they hope to accomplish, and anyone is welcome to come. Again, the meeting is in room H147 after school tomorrow.
Now shifting our attention to Jill and Mia to share their story that we had technical issues sharing on Tuesday.
Yes, I know you guys worked so hard on this story.
Yes, thank you guys so much. The month of April has been recognized as National Donate Life Month.
And in honor of such a special month, Mia and I produced a story on the importance of organ donation.
Yes, if you register to be an organ donor, you can save so many lives.
And one former Lincoln student was able to do just that.
This is The Beat Goes On.
My name is Keshanta Scott, and I am the mother of Jay-Sean Scott.
My name is Jordan Bryant. I'm Jay-Sean's sister.
My name is Jalen Scott. I'm his brother.
On October 12, 2019, 17-year-old Jay-Sean Scott, a Gahanna Lincoln student, was a passenger in a terrible crash.
We get a phone call from our parents in the middle of the night, and we were both actually asleep on the couch. And my brother gets up, goes to my sister's room, and he comes back out, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, like Jay-Sean, like really bad, blah, blah, and he just goes back to sleep. Like just goes back to sleep. So then I just felt like really nervous in that moment because I didn't know like how bad it really was until we got to the hospital.
To listen to his heartbeat 3 years after he passed was amazing. It was a wonderful feeling. I am just grateful that he was able to donate organs to save a life, or more than one, but more so a heart, to pass on a heart. It's amazing. It was amazing. As a mother, when you go for ultrasound, your first checkup, you hear the heartbeat. So that stood out for me. So yes, that's why I was so excited to meet the heart recipient, to hear the heart. It's just neat how we can really take a heart from someone else and give it to someone else.
Thank you so much.
A person who's a donor could donate their heart, their lungs could go to 2 different people, their liver, their kidneys could go to 2 different people, their pancreas, and their small intestine. Each of those organs is a life-saving organ that you can't live without. And if they were to donate all 8 organs, it could potentially save 8 lives.
Definitely be an organ donor because in the long run, like obviously you're not going to be using your organs anymore, but it really does help your family to know that you wanted to help other people. And I know a lot of people, like Jayshawn was a very kind person. He was so selfless. So this just showed so much more about how selfless he is.
Jayshawn made a bad day a good day. He's just a clown. So he made everything a joke. So if I'm having a bad day, he'll make it a better day. But his smile was so contagious.
One of our family cruises, pretty good memory, and basically on the cruise, he was with our older brother, just doing older stuff.
Doing too much. Like our older brother's he was in high school, about to graduate high school, and Jayshawn's in 8th grade. And he's they're chasing around these girls on the boat, and then I told the girl that he was only 13. He was so mad at me. But it was just really funny. He was just he loved the girls. He was just always worried about making everybody laugh. Oh.
We were actually going on a cruise, and I went to take them to get IDs. And since he was at the age of 13, they asked questions. Do you want to be an organ donor? Jayshawn, we spoke about it before, but I wasn't, it's not every day you want to talk about an organ donor, So yes, I did mention it. And being that I had to bury my son under the age of 18, you're still my, I have that choice. But being that he opted for that, yes, I'm going to grant his wish. And since you were 13 and made that grown man decision, I honored it.
The way that Jayshawn registered his decision to be an organ donor was a little different than most people because he got a state ID in order to be able to travel. And at that time, in his early teens, they asked him would he like to be an organ donor, and he responded yes. Most people become organ donors when they get their driver's license or their temporary permit, and it's as simple as being asked, would you like to be an organ donor? At the BMV, if you say no to donation, you haven't said no to donation. What you've said is no to making the decision. And should tragedy strike, your family then is kind of burdened with making the decision for you. So it's really important to talk to your family about what your decision would be. Whether your decision would be yes, I'd like to be a donor, or no. It's important to talk to your family. He saved 6. He donated 7 organs, but one of his kidneys and his pancreas went to the same person.
For me, it just kind of made me feel better about the whole situation because that was a decision that he made on his own. And I know my mom would have donated his organs anyway, but to know that he made that decision to want to help other people just made me feel really proud of him.
When I was 16, I got the organ donor put on my permit, and then I just never changed it ever since then.
I wasn't an organ donor because I wasn't old enough to put on my ID yet. But when I was able to put on my ID to be an organ donor, I checked yes because he made me, seeing what he did and how many lives that he changed and has affected just really makes me want to be able to do the same thing.
Donation is the gift of hope. It's the gift of time. I just had lunch with a woman whose husband had a liver transplant, and she had 12 more years with him. He was able to see his daughter get married. He was able to hold his grandson. Those are the gifts, the memories. That's what we're giving people.
It's really neat how you can give life. Why not? Why not? Old or young. Jayshawn was 17, and he gave it to old and young. So it's just it doesn't have an age limit. I will go back for it. Donate. If you can, I would. Even eye tissue. Yeah, I would say be an organ donor. I'll make sure everybody know that Jayshawn is and was a organ donor. Yeah, I don't regret my decision because my son he will continue to live on. probably after me. So yeah, I don't regret it.